Hey, how's it going, guys? Time for a quick market recap here. Just want to say thank you to everyone here subscribing on YouTube. We had 180 subscribers, I believe, this morning. It really does mean a lot, so if you guys find value, please subscribe and leave a like. So let's go over the daily plan and the makings of the daily plan. I posted it here on StockTwits as well as the community tab on YouTube. It's just easier to go over here. It allows me to open up the pictures pretty well. So first thing I posted was yesterday's daily plan. Not only highlighted the low of day of the cash session, but also the um, overnight session, right? I said so far, but it did end up being the low, right? And so step one, creating a daily plan, checking out the overnight TPO. I know TPO charts may be intimidating, right? You see a whole bunch of letters here. And to someone who this is foreign to, it's intimidating, right? But it's really not at all. They're very simple to learn, and you really, once you learn them, you just take a glance at it and you take the information that you need. What type of information do we get from TPO charts? Market structure, are we building balance, trading within balance, out of balance, of course. Things we're looking at is the shapes of market profiles. This is called a market profile, and then I have volume by price next to it. But each session has its own volume profile, and there are things that we could derive from it to help us find levels and create our daily plan. So step two is I always like to go to my 4-hour chart. Every morning I send a pretty annotated 4-hour chart of the order flow, my footprint charts in the room, everything that I'm interpreting from them, as well as the daily charts, right? That's always my third step. I go from 4-hour then to my daily to construct my daily plan, which was here, right? So sell zone here and a very cautious sell zone here. Why? Because we already traded it during the overnight session, so we have to monitor the tape at open. Are we going to see an offer here? Now there was one more sell zone higher to this, obviously not pictured in today's daily plan, but we have yet to trade it since it was created, which I believe was here on the 2nd of this month, or it may have been the 1st, but regardless, 28.50 to 33.50, we have yet to revisit the sell zone. We obviously did today. Now we're 15 points off of it already, so as of right now that is the high a day. So let me X out of this, and let's look at the order flow. So obviously we had CPI today. Let's take a look at what the order flow looks on a news event like this. So 8:30 a.m. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my pen. There we go. 8:30 a.m. news comes out, and just look at this. Absolutely no transactions here. Liquidity is gone, and of course just pretty much a one-way ticket up. Sellers try their hand here. Huge volume. We can see on this 4-hour close. We closed above all of them. All of them got ran out. And we see a zero print, right? No one else is willing to transact up here. Time to go down right into the sell zone. And again, pulled back a little bit. Pulling back to this high volume area where we see if these trapped participants will provide a floor and send it back up, where then these sellers will need to add to their position, defend it, or else we continue up, right? Simple if-thens. So if we take a look at this, this first sell zone did provide a trade. Me and one other, maybe even two other students in the room took a trade here, but let me just fix this first. So at this first zone, right, we get this, where'd my pen go? We see a high volume area over here, an offer is being built. We see exhaustion at the highs, and we met our entry criteria, so we took the short. Where? Well, we have trapped participants, right? They provided the floor. Message, get out, right? Simple, in, out. The trade was resolved itself, in it for maybe 2 minutes a candle, but was able to collect a good 5 points or so with no drawdown. So simple. You just have to manage your trades differently. Usually I go for 10 points, but in a scenario like this where there's going to be trapped volume that are likely to provide a floor, obviously it's a trend day up. when we're looking at our daily distribution, most of the volume is underwater. You just have to manage these trades differently than you would, say, the long that we caught, or one of the longs that we caught yesterday. Where am I? So there's two separate longs that we caught yesterday, one of them being right into the close. Hold on a second. At this level, right, this was a buy zone. Our entry criteria ticked. I entered and collected the points here. Now, since it was the time of day, I don't like holding overnight, nor do I usually not trade this time of day, but the entry criteria matched, so I took the trade. And, you know, I got my first target price, and then I just closed the trade because we had a recap, a private recap in the room, as we do every day. So I just left it. But had I left on a runner or something, I would have not been stopped out, which is pretty cool. But it is what it is. Just take the easy points in front of you, if you will. Clean 30-minute chart. Let's take a look. I mean, crazy, crazy, crazy. Not really, right? Alright, now I'm just blabbering. But I hope you guys all had a green day if you did trade today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next recap.